In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. May the Stoic path lead you to a life of serenity and fulfillment. Continue to control your mind and let it be your greatest ally in the art of living well. Until our paths cross again, fare forward with the calm confidence of a true Stoic. Lesson number 1. Perceiving the world. Perceiving the world. As Marcus Aurelius famously stated, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This powerful sentiment forms the bedrock of our exploration into the teachings of Stoicism. It suggests that the key to enduring happiness and strength lies not in altering our external world, but in transforming our internal one, our perceptions. The lens through which we view our surroundings shapes our reality. By consciously choosing our perceptions, we can navigate life's vicissitudes with equanimity and grace. In Stoic philosophy, perception is everything. It's not the events themselves that disturb us, but rather our interpretations of them. This idea invites us to take a step back and examine how our thoughts and beliefs shape our experiences. The realization that we control our perceptions can be incredibly empowering. It places the responsibility for our emotional well-being squarely on our shoulders. Each morning, write down your immediate thoughts and feelings. Throughout the day, note any negative perceptions and actively reframe them into positive or neutral perspectives. Reflect on how this changes your emotional response to events. Challenge a negative belief about a recurring situation by identifying evidence that contradicts it. For instance, if you believe you always perform poorly in meetings, recall a time you contributed effectively. This practice not only alters your immediate perception, but also gradually reshapes your mindset. Central to Aurelius's teachings is the role of rationality in human life. He saw reason as the guiding force enabling us to discern between what is within our power and what lies beyond it. This discernment is crucial in focusing our energies productively. By understanding and accepting the limits of our control, we can invest our efforts in areas where we can truly make a difference. This philosophy teaches us to embrace rationality not just as a way of thinking, but as a way of living. Consider how rationality can guide your decisions and reactions. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself what aspects are within your control and which are not. Direct your efforts towards what you can influence and let go of the rest. This shift in focus can lead to a more balanced and peaceful life. Marcus Aurelius proposed a radical reframe of obstacles. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This Stoic perspective sees challenges not as barriers, but as pathways to growth and development. When faced with adversity, instead of succumbing to despair, we are encouraged to find strength and resilience. This lesson is about transforming trials into triumphs, seeing every difficulty as a chance to practice virtues like patience, discipline, and resilience. When you encounter a difficult situation, take a moment to pause and reframe it as an opportunity. Ask yourself, how can this experience make me stronger or wiser? Embrace the challenge with a mindset of growth and learning. Another pivotal aspect of Aurelius's philosophy is the reflection on mortality. Far from being a morbid preoccupation, it serves as a powerful tool to cherish the present moment. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This awareness of life's transience urges us to live fully in the now, to appreciate each moment, and to infuse our actions with meaning and purpose. It's a call to live not just existentially, but substantially, making the most of the time we have. Practice mindfulness by regularly reminding yourself of the impermanence of life. Let this awareness guide your actions and interactions, fostering a deeper appreciation for the present moment and a more profound commitment to living a meaningful life. Aurelius championed the practice of daily self-reflection. This practice is about understanding our motivations, actions, and place in the universe. It's a journey inward, seeking self-improvement and wisdom. Through self-reflection, we build our inner citadel, a fortress of the mind where we can find refuge and strength no matter the external chaos. This inner strength is vital in our pursuit of a virtuous life, where wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance become our guiding principles. Set aside time each day for self-reflection. Examine your actions and motivations, assess how they align with your values, and identify areas for improvement. This consistent practice will strengthen your inner resolve and clarity. The lesson from Marcus Aurelius on perception offers more than historical wisdom. It provides a practical framework for personal development and inner peace. It's a testament to the enduring power of Stoic philosophy and its relevance in our contemporary world. By mastering our perceptions, embracing rationality, confronting challenges, valuing the present, and cultivating inner strength, we can navigate life's uncertainties with a sense of purpose and poise. As we integrate these teachings into our lives, we honor the legacy of Aurelius and the profound insights of Stoicism, finding strength and tranquility in the fortress of our minds. Lesson number 2: Rationality and control. Building upon the foundation of Stoicism as taught by Marcus Aurelius, we delve into the second profound lesson, the practice of rationality and the understanding of control. This lesson, pivotal to Stoic philosophy, guides us in discerning the aspects of life within our control and those beyond it. It encourages us to invest our energies wisely, focusing on our internal fortitude rather than external circumstances, a theme Aurelius passionately advocated for. When faced with a decision, list the pros and cons. Ask yourself which choice aligns best with rational thought rather than emotional impulse. Practice this for small daily decisions to build the habit. When feeling overwhelmed, list out the aspects of the situation you can control versus those you cannot. Focus your energy on actionable items, letting go of concerns outside your control. At the heart of this lesson is the Stoic emphasis on rationality. Stoicism teaches us to use reason as our compass, helping us navigate the often turbulent waters of life. Rationality allows us to distinguish between the good, the evil, and the indifferent, urging us to concentrate on what truly matters. This practice is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding and managing them through the lens of reason. It's a call to a life where decisions, actions, and beliefs are grounded in thoughtful consideration rather than impulsive reactions. A core tenet of Stoicism is understanding the difference between what we can control and what we cannot. This distinction is vital in how we approach life's challenges. Aurelius prompts us to focus our efforts on our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, the realms where we have genuine control. Conversely, we are encouraged to develop acceptance for the things outside our influence, the unpredictable elements of life like the actions of others, the past, and certain aspects of our future. Marcus Aurelius taught that facing challenges with rationality transforms our experiences. When confronted with obstacles, instead of reacting with frustration or despair, we are encouraged to respond with a reasoned and measured approach. This perspective not only conserves our mental energy but also opens up avenues for creative solutions and learning. Each challenge becomes a question to be answered logically and a problem to be solved wisely rather than an insurmountable barrier. Tying back to the first lesson, The power of perception plays a significant role in this practice of rationality and control. Our perceptions, filtered through the sieve of rationality, determine our reactions to events around us. By choosing to perceive challenges as opportunities for growth, we align ourselves with Stoic philosophy. This conscious choice of perception under the guidance of reason is what empowers us to maintain tranquility amid chaos. Incorporating this lesson into our daily lives involves a consistent practice of rational thinking. This means regularly examining our thoughts, questioning our automatic reactions, and aligning our actions with our core values. It involves a daily commitment to self-reflection, ensuring that our decisions are made not in haste or emotion, but through careful, rational deliberation. This practice nurtures an inner resilience, enabling us to face life's uncertainties with confidence and calm. The Stoic practice of rationality and understanding of control is a powerful lesson in personal mastery. It teaches us to harness the power of our minds, to distinguish between the controllable and the uncontrollable, and to approach life with a balanced and reasoned perspective. As we integrate this wisdom into our lives, we find ourselves better equipped to handle whatever comes our way, embodying the strength and serenity at the core of Stoic philosophy. This lesson is not just about enduring life's storms, but about navigating them with a steady hand and a clear mind, an enduring testament to the timeless relevance of Marcus Aurelius's teachings. Lesson number 3. Mind control and inner serenity. Moving deeper into the realm of Stoic philosophy, Lesson 3 focuses on an essential aspect as taught by Marcus Aurelius: controlling the mind to achieve inner serenity. This lesson revolves around the principle that true peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. It explores the Stoic belief in the immense power of the mind and how we can harness it to cultivate a life of tranquility and resilience. The philosophy posits that our inner world holds the key to our emotional and mental well-being. Marcus Aurelius, with his profound insights, taught that the turbulence we often experience is not due to external events, but rather our reactions to them. This realization empowers us to take control of our mental state. By mastering our thoughts and emotions, we can maintain a state of tranquility irrespective of the external chaos that may surround us. Stoicism doesn't advocate for the suppression of emotions, but rather for their understanding and rational management. Emotions are seen not as enemies, but as signals. The key is to interpret these signals through the lens of reason and logic. By doing so, we can respond to emotional situations with clarity and wisdom, preventing impulsive reactions that may lead to regret. A crucial aspect of controlling the mind, according to Stoic principles, is the practice of mindfulness and present moment awareness. This involves focusing our attention on the here and now, acknowledging thoughts and sensations without judgment. Aurelius advised that by anchoring ourselves in the present, we can escape the anxieties of the future and the regrets of the past, finding peace in the current moment. Another essential practice in mastering mind control is regular self-reflection. This process involves examining our thoughts, motivations, and actions and aligning them with our core values and principles. Through self-reflection, we can identify areas for personal growth and develop strategies to enhance our mental fortitude. It's a journey of continuous self-improvement, where each day presents an opportunity to become a better version of ourselves. Marcus Aurelius often spoke of the inner citadel, a fortress within ourselves where we can find refuge and strength. Building this inner citadel involves cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, and temperance. It's about creating a mental space where tranquility reigns, irrespective of external circumstances. This inner stronghold becomes a source of strength and stability, helping us navigate life's challenges with composure and grace. In moments of stress, pause and focus on your breath for a few minutes. Use this time to detach from chaotic thoughts and return your mind to a state of calm. Practice saying, "I choose not to give this power over me," when encountering stressful situations. Recognize that your reaction is a choice. The third lesson from Stoic philosophy on controlling the mind is a powerful guide to achieving inner serenity. By understanding and managing our emotions through reason, practicing mindfulness, engaging in regular self-reflection, and building our inner citadel, we can attain a state of mental peace and resilience. This lesson teaches us that true serenity is not dependent on external factors, but is a result of how we manage our inner world. As we integrate these practices into our daily lives, we embody the Stoic ideal of a life well lived, marked by inner peace and mental strength. Lesson number 4. Mastering responses to external events. Continuing our exploration of Stoic philosophy, we delve into Lesson 4, which focuses on mastering our responses to external events. This lesson, deeply rooted in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, is a cornerstone of Stoic thought. It emphasizes that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we have absolute power over how we respond. This concept is crucial for maintaining mental equilibrium and cultivating a life of peace and resilience. At the heart of this lesson lies the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control, a concept that differentiates between what is within our power and what is not. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers stress the importance of focusing our energy on our own actions and attitudes, which are within our control, rather than external events, which are not. This understanding helps us to avoid unnecessary frustration and to direct our efforts more productively. An essential aspect of mastering responses to external events is the ability to reframe our perception of challenges. Instead of viewing obstacles as impediments, Stoicism teaches us to see them as opportunities for personal growth and the practice of virtue. This shift in perspective transforms our approach to life's difficulties, allowing us to engage with them constructively and with a calm mind. Developing emotional intelligence is key to mastering our responses. This involves recognizing our emotional reactions, understanding their origins, and then responding in a way that aligns with our rational thought. By doing so, we prevent our emotions from overpowering our rational judgment, allowing us to make decisions that are in line with our values and long-term goals. Practicing mindfulness is a practical way to improve our responses to external events. Mindfulness teaches us to pause before reacting, giving us the space to choose a response rather than being driven by instinctive reactions. This pause is a powerful tool that aligns well with Stoic philosophy, as it allows us to respond with wisdom and equanimity. Stoicism teaches us to embrace adversity as a teacher. Every challenging situation or difficult person we encounter is an opportunity to practice virtues like patience, empathy, and fortitude. By adopting this mindset, we transform our experiences of adversity into valuable lessons that contribute to our personal growth and strengthen our character. Whenever you feel a strong emotional reaction, pause for 10 seconds before responding. Use this time to consider a rational and composed reaction. If you receive criticism, instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to consider if there is constructive feedback. Respond thoughtfully, focusing on learning rather than reacting. Lesson 4 of Stoic philosophy on mastering responses to external events is a profound guide to living a balanced and fulfilling life. It teaches us that while we may not have control over every circumstance we encounter, we have complete control over how we respond to them. By understanding the dichotomy of control, reframing our perception of challenges, developing emotional intelligence, practicing mindful responses, and learning from adversity, we can navigate life's uncertainties with poise and resilience. This lesson empowers us to live in harmony with the world around us, responding to life's ebbs and flows with a steady and serene mind. Lesson number 5. Resilience through acceptance. In our continuing journey through Stoic philosophy, we arrive at Lesson 5, which centers on the development of resilience through acceptance. This lesson, deeply inspired by the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic thinkers, explores the concept of accepting what we cannot change and using this acceptance as a foundation for building mental strength and resilience. Stoicism teaches that much of our distress comes not from external events themselves, but from our resistance to them. The Stoics, including Aurelius, advocated for a radical acceptance of whatever life presents us. This doesn't mean passive resignation, but rather an active acceptance that acknowledges the reality of the situation and then works within those parameters. This lesson builds upon the earlier concept of the dichotomy of control by emphasizing that our power lies in our reactions, not in the events themselves. While we cannot control all the external happenings, we can control our attitude towards them. Accepting this fact is liberating and forms the basis of Stoic resilience. The core of Stoic resilience lies in facing adversity with a calm and composed mind. Stoicism doesn't advocate for avoiding or denying difficulties, but rather for confronting them with a clear and rational mind. By doing so, we become more adaptable and robust, capable of withstanding life's inevitable challenges. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily routine aids in practicing acceptance. Mindfulness encourages us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, and to accept them as they are. This acceptance is not about giving up or being defeated, it's about recognizing our current reality and working from there. Stoicism also teaches us to look to nature and the universe as models of acceptance. The natural world does not resist the seasons or the weather, it adapts and endures. Similarly, we are encouraged to embrace the natural flow of life, understanding that change and impermanence are inherent aspects of existence. Each morning, identify one thing outside your control and verbally accept it. It could be as simple as acknowledging the weather. This practice builds acceptance of larger uncontrollable life events. When experiencing a setback, instead of dwelling on frustration, acknowledge it as part of your journey. Reflect on what it teaches you about persistence or adaptability. Lesson 5 of Stoic philosophy on developing resilience through acceptance is a powerful guide to mental and emotional fortitude. By understanding and embracing the Stoic practice of acceptance, we learn to face life's uncertainties not with fear and resistance, but with strength and flexibility. This approach allows us to build resilience, adapt to change, and emerge from challenges with a deeper understanding and appreciation of life. Through acceptance, we cultivate a mindset that is not easily shaken by the vicissitudes of life, embodying the true essence of Stoic resilience. Lesson number 6. Fostering emotional agility. As we progress in our exploration of Stoic philosophy, Lesson 6 focuses on fostering emotional agility as a means to control the mind. This concept, deeply ingrained in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers, is about developing the ability to navigate our emotions effectively, allowing us to respond to life's vicissitudes with resilience and wisdom. Emotional agility in Stoicism is the ability to experience our emotions fully while maintaining the capacity to think and act rationally. It involves recognizing and accepting our emotions without being overwhelmed or controlled by them. This skill is crucial in enabling us to face life's challenges with clarity and balance. In Stoic thought, rationality plays a key role in managing emotions. Marcus Aurelius and his Stoic contemporaries taught that while emotions are a natural part of our human experience, it is our rational mind that should guide our responses to these emotions. This doesn't imply suppressing or ignoring emotions, but understanding them through a lens of reason and wisdom. To develop emotional agility, Stoicism advocates for regular practice of mindfulness and self-awareness. This involves observing our emotions as they arise, understanding their triggers, and acknowledging their transient nature. By becoming more aware of our emotional patterns, we can respond to them in ways that align with our values and objectives. The essence of emotional agility lies in finding a balance between emotional and rational responses. It's about allowing ourselves to feel our emotions fully while simultaneously engaging our rational mind to decide the best course of action. This balance is what allows us to navigate complex situations with both empathy and logic. Stoicism encourages us to view every emotional experience as an opportunity for learning and growth. By reflecting on our emotional responses and understanding their roots, we can gain insights into our deeper values and beliefs. This process of reflection and learning helps us to develop greater emotional intelligence over time. Whenever you feel a strong emotion, label it, "I am feeling anxious." Then, rationalize why you feel this way and how you can address it logically. In moments of joy, take time to fully experience and savor the emotion. Reflect on what this positive emotion teaches you about your values and priorities. Lesson 6 on fostering emotional agility with Stoicism offers valuable guidance for controlling the mind and leading a balanced life. By cultivating the ability to manage our emotions with rationality and mindfulness, we equip ourselves to face life's ups and downs with poise and resilience. Emotional agility, as taught by Stoic philosophy, is not about detachment from our emotions, but about engaging with them in a thoughtful and constructive manner. It empowers us to navigate our emotional landscape with wisdom and grace, making us more adaptable, empathetic, and effective in our personal and professional lives. Lesson number 7. Cultivating Stoic detachment for mental equilibrium. In our exploration of Stoic philosophy, Lesson 7 delves into the practice of Stoic detachment as a method for controlling the mind. This lesson, rooted in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers, emphasizes the importance of cultivating a sense of detachment from external circumstances and internal emotions to achieve mental equilibrium. Stoic detachment is not about indifference or a lack of empathy, but rather about maintaining an objective distance from things we cannot control. It involves recognizing that our happiness and peace of mind should not be dependent on external factors or the flux of our emotions. This detachment allows us to respond to life's events with clarity and composure, separating us from events and their impact on our mental state. A key aspect of Stoic detachment is learning to separate our core self from the events that occur around us. This separation helps us understand that while we may be affected by external events, they do not define us or our capacity for happiness. By internalizing this, we gain a greater sense of control over our reactions and mental state. Practicing mindfulness plays a crucial role in cultivating Stoic detachment. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our thoughts and feelings as they are, without getting entangled in them. This observational stance is a form of detachment that allows us to experience emotions without being overwhelmed by them, thus maintaining our mental equilibrium. Stoic philosophy teaches the importance of embracing the impermanence of life and all its experiences. By acknowledging that change is the only constant, we learn to detach ourselves from a desire for permanence in external conditions. This understanding helps us to accept life's transitory nature and find peace in the present moment. Developing a sense of detachment aids in making more rational and well-thought-out decisions. When we are not overly attached to outcomes or swayed by strong emotions, we can assess situations more objectively and make choices that are aligned with our core principles and long-term goals. Identify a situation that typically upsets you. Reflect on why it affects you and practice viewing it objectively, without emotional attachment. When watching the news and feeling overwhelmed by global events, remind yourself of your circle of influence and focus your energy there, practicing detachment from global worries. Lesson 7 on cultivating Stoic detachment is a vital component of controlling the mind and achieving mental equilibrium. It teaches us to maintain a healthy distance from things beyond our control and to observe our emotions without being dominated by them. This detachment is not a form of escapism, but a strategic approach to living a balanced and fulfilling life. It allows us to navigate the complexities of life with a calm and steady mind, making decisions that are in harmony with our inner wisdom and Stoic principles.